The other show we've been watching is friggin' Robert Kirkman's next cash cow, Outcast, with Glenn, what's his name? Hollister.
Philip Glenister.
Philip Glenister. I was well off.
You got the Glen part.
And the Ister bit.
Yeah, it's going well.
From Life on Mars, weirdly. This is another one I'm like... It took me a little bit of getting used to this guy doing the American accent, but he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I got over that pretty quickly with it. I really did.
Good. What do you think about the general tone of this show, Alex?
I don't usually watch horror. My other half doesn't like it, so horror's usually off the table. But we both sat down a couple of days ago, batted through the first 2 episodes, and really like it. It seems well done for TV. Yeah, it's a different tone to a horror movie would be, but it's really well done on a TV budget. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, that first scene really I thought, I don't know if I can watch this.
Yeah, straight in deep
I'm
end.
quite squeamish, and the way it opened, I don't really want to say because it's brand new and people might not have watched it yet, but it really kind of shows where they're willing to go with it. It's fucking grim what they do in the first 10 seconds. I was like, oh god, but it's really kind of well done.
I think it hits you with the shock aspect early doors and then eases off the gas again until the end of the episode, and then does exactly the same again in 2. I'm probably going to watch number 3 tonight and get exactly the same all over again.
What did you take from it, Scott?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, mate.
I did disappear for 2 weeks.
That's all right. Well,
you guys know this. But I am excited. I am a fan of Kirkman's Walking Dead. So, pitch it to me. Because I actually don't really know much about it.
If you like Walking Dead, mate, it's got a lot of similarities, down to the title sequence.
Really?
Honestly, my wife doesn't know that it's Robert Kirkman, but she knows Walking Dead. And we start watching Outcast, and I said, what do these titles remind you of? She goes, Walking Dead. Straight away, it's just got a lot of the say. I think they're deliberately just trying to evoke that similarity. It's got quite that same tone, but it is a very different story, and it's certainly...
So there's not a bunch of zombies walking around. Oh god, no!
Not zombies. The basic premise is that people are being possessed by demons, and this is happening all over the world, and this is a world full of skeptical people who don't believe this, that they actually just think they're a load of mad people that live in the community. But when the good reverend comes around and starts doing exorcisms, things can get a little bit interesting. And Phil Glenister, thank you, Alex, is the reverend, and he's got a little mate, and it's brilliantly it's brilliantly set up. He's a very mysterious background of something a little bit spiritual about him. But these demons, for want of a better word, they seem to be attracted to him. So he's got a history of them inhabiting people he cares about, and he always comes off looking quite bad. Because they'll inhabit one of his family, and when all the dust settles and the police come around, it looks like he's just beating them up and all these things, when he's actually just exorcised them, by accident or whatever. And so he's kind of learning who he is, and the good reverend takes him under his wing, and they start going out trying to kind of clean up the town a little bit. But this guy, what's his name, Alex? Can you remember? He's called the Outcast, but he is the Outcast. We don't know quite what that means, but he basically his version of an exorcism isn't to do any Latin or show anyone a cross. He just beats them up, just gets angry, just starts punching people, which is always fun when it's in the body of a 10-year-old kid or a grandma or something like that. So it's kind of entertaining in a bit of a sick way. And it puts him in a very sticky situation. But all of it is quite well in that way well set up because they show you a lot. You get a bit of his background, and they start drip feeding you how things went wrong for him. And he's got a cop brother-in-law who fucking hates him because he thinks he's like a wife beater and a child puncher. But he's not. He's actually kind of a decent guy who's just trying to sort of get through the day, and it's really I really like the premise of it. It's very complex, very interesting, and the way they're approaching it is very kind of slow and deliberate, and showing you bits at a time, keeping all these little threads going, and it's interesting. I think I've watched 4 episodes now. I would encourage. I'm really glad it's coming because Walking Dead has been upsetting me a bit lately. This seems to be the better show for me at the moment. So I think we ought to keep on with it.
No, I definitely want to check it out. Obviously, but Preacher first, then I'll get on to
Mate,
Outcast.
honestly, if you like this sort of shit that Ennis does, then just watch the first minute of Outcast episode
First minute,
1.
okay, I'll do that.
Because you're just like, oh, okay, then this is for me because I'm a sicko.
Oh, I'm not a. Well, I'm words.